Okay, hello everyone. This is Sam Lee speaking. I just wanted to kind of react to this this video painting that I found in my computer yesterday. And this is basically a 12-inch by 12-inch canvas that I primed with black. And as you saw, I'm using the marker to mark it off. Now that I look at it again, I probably should have used a pencil. That's what I would recommend for you guys as well. But a little ultramarine blue to start this off, as well as I'm adding a turquoise color. Exact name of the paint, it really doesn't, it's so different from country to country, but you guys can kind of figure things out. But the basic color theme of this painting was to see whether I can use the complementary color of the blue as to the orange. So this is supposed to be an ocean painting where I'm envisioning a whale tail, humpback whale tail kind of sticking out of the ocean, so adding some yellow here to represent the sunset later on. But first, let's start with the ocean, just kind of feeling my way, not quite sure. I think this is one of the first times that I've tried to do this kind of technique where I'm already painting the black and painting the primary of these blue colors on top of it after it's all dried up, just to see how the color kind of blends in. So in a way, it's kind of first time for me, but I hope you can, as you watch this, you can learn something, spark something inside of you, or just hopefully can help you relax at least as I paint this for you. So this is actually 5 years ago, and 12-inch by 12-inch canvas that I'm using. Believe it or not, actually is the back seat of my car after my work, like 4:30 or 5, and I just wanted to kind of, when you are working at a job, you're constantly sometimes overwhelmed with whatever the work project going on, and you just want to kind of as a therapy kind of get away from that after a hard day of work. So here's a turquoise color that I'm adding here as ocean, as at least in my mind, ocean gets closer to the viewer. Ultramarine blue, ocean turns into a beautiful turquoise, just like that beach that I saw a couple of weeks ago in Maui that I've visited on my vacation with my family. But actually, when I visited Cancun back in 2018 or 17, the water was, I've noticed, I don't know if you've ever got to visit that area, highly recommended. Beautiful, beautiful, warm ocean water, a lot more calm, very calm ocean compared to, let's say, the Pacific Ocean and the Southern Cal here. So that's basically the color theme that I'm thinking about. And be sure to, let's clean out this palette knife as often as possible as we go through this. Otherwise, it's a color that kind of becomes muddy. I'm going to turn this canvas around, 12-inch by 12-inch, as I mentioned before. Some people like to put a masking tape here to clearly separate the ocean from the sky. It's up to you, but personally, I don't like this that straight line kind of look that you end up with after the paint is dry, after you unmask that tape. But it's up to you. It's a preference thing. So here, I decided not to use the masking tape and just kind of back and forth using the palette knife. Now that I look at this after 5 years, I probably should have added a more of a neutral color before I painted this blue and orange primary colors here. If I were to do it again, maybe I'll do it again in the future. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll add, colors are so important, so at least to me these days. So I would have, first of all, after doing the black primary color as the backdrop, I would probably paint some beige, neutral beige colors to help it blend into this orange. But as you can see, I'm adding a little bit more yellow to this, a little paint at a time, because I think the whole thought process for me was to use as little paint as possible. Here you can see I'm wiping the palette knife again. I think it's very important to keep that nice and clean, so the overall paint doesn't look too dark and muddy. So here we are. This is the white portion, the brightest part of the sunset. You don't have to actually, some people like to do the white color, and then add the yellow and orange for the sunset. But it's, it's up to you in terms of how you want to progress. So here we are, just inside of my car here, just kind of, sometimes when you start these kinds of things with palette knife specialists, this was in the beginning stages of me just kind of getting used to how to use this palette knife. So I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes along the way, but I know some artists, they always like to wait until things are perfect, and I'm truly guilty of that as well. But sometimes you just have to let things go, and it's more about the process and helping you guys as you watch this to kind of see and learn, and back and forth. I'm trying to decide here, gosh, what should I do? Should I just leave it as the ocean here, or should I add something to it? But we'll get back to that later and see. I'm just trying to remember after 5 years of not looking at it, but so using the white a little bit, adding some highlight in terms of reflecting off of the sunset here. I wanted to add a little bit of that, kind of abstract kind of way, not too. I'm getting into more of a kind of loose painting. This was initially my initial attempt to kind of not to be too rigid in my approach in terms of trying to be like photorealistic and very detailed. In the beginning of my art painting days, I try to be really, really detailed, but here I'm just trying to be a little bit more loose. But here I am scraping. You see, notice that I'm scraping with the side of the palette knife. I have decided, I think, to include a island here, and because I saw another island as I was scraping it by accident, they said, oh, there's a left side of it, there's an island. Why don't I add another one, just like that Maui island that is composed of a couple of different, 2 or 3 different islands around it. So one island is too lonely, so I'm adding the another island here. And as you can see, I'm cleaning it, making sure my palette knife stays clean. You can always experiment. There's so many different types of different designs and shapes. So whatever palette tool is comfortable for you, I would highly recommend you experimenting. And here I am. I'm slowly scraping this, trying to, from my memory, sketching out, like they call this I guess subtractive painting. A lot of masters in the past, they do this after they paint, and before the initial paint dries, they would add some sort of a subtractive painting, just kind of give you a sketching. It's a basic framework of what they want to do, the subject matter. I decided to put it right in the middle, and as I'm doing this, I think I'm telling myself, oh, this is kind of working out pretty well. I think I'm just going to continue to, because initially I was going to paint things into this whale tail, but I'm beginning to like the look that I'm getting from this, so I'm just going to keep on scraping it, and it looks like all the sunset, the colors of the sunset is basically reflected and refracted onto this whale tail, humpback whale tail, let's call this. I live in Southern Cal. So I have confessed, I do have to never seen a humpback whale in real life, but I've seen lots of photos, and I always take that into remember certain image, shapes and size of it. And if you're just starting out, actually, you can just put a picture next to it as a reference, and as you are sketching it out, or you can wait until this underneath color paints are completely dry and just kind of sketch out, or what I would recommend is kind of cut out the overall shape of the whale tail if you're not too comfortable doing the way I'm doing it right now, and then go from there. So here I am just adding some bubbly water lines, white, as the waves approaches close to the view, it kind of starts to form that white colors, so as you can see. So here I am. I'm adding a little bit of red, and again, I don't want to add too much color to this, so I wanted to make sure that the black color kind of shows through as I'm painting the red. So as I mentioned before, if I were to do this over again or repaint this, I would probably, instead of this red color, I think I would go with applying the neutral beige, like a dark neutral beige color to it, just to make it a little bit more tastefully done, if you will, a little bit more home decor kind of feel to it. Right now it's kind of too primary color based, but just my own preference. And this is a black color. I basically added it directly onto a palette knife to add a certain dimension, little shade to this islands here back there. There you go. And then just kind of give it a little bit more of a 3D dimensional overall look. So at this point, I'm deciding, of course, you can spend the next 2-3 days or how many different hours just trying to, make it more perfect or more detailed. I know there's some artists out there, really talented artists out there that really specializes in detail, super detailed. You've seen those with paintings, right? But my approach is not it. I rather want it to be more prolific. So adding here and there, and then just say, this is pretty good. It looks pretty good. Is it a perfect painting? Of course not, but I hope you enjoyed this piece as much as I enjoy painting them for you. And I hope to see you again for another beautiful day.